Welcome back everyone to Let's Play War on the Sea in the US campaign, episode number 12. Okay, so we're going to just continue moving a little bit here. I do want to talk about one thing that's I'm very thankful for all the comments and the comment section. Like a good form, I would say. By the way, a new patch update. Lots of things were changed, but unfortunately I didn't see anything about waypoints on the campaign. Either waypoints being cancelled upon saving and reloading, or about the waypoints being cancelled if they were part of like an air group getting multiple waypoints. So I loaded back in and all the task forces had lost their orders. Thank goodness. The only three things that didn't have their orders lost were my 3 submarines, which I clicked 1,000 times. So that's nice. Yeah, anyways, the Enterprise is going to go ahead and launch her aircraft. Okay, well, in 0.1 hours. So in the meantime, I just wanted to mention that you try to distinguish between what is your opinion or your guess about the game and then what is your like factual, solid knowledge. Just because it can confuse other people. Like, I have a pretty good idea about the game and I'm still getting some very helpful hints in the comment section, so thank you to those people. But it's always a big question to everyone when these new games come out. Like, how do you play this? What does this mean? All this. And as much as people, I can tell in their heart, you want to help. But if you don't know, unless you qualify your statement by, I'm not really sure this is exactly correct, which would be good. If you just say, you should do this. People we can't discern just from words without any qualifications what level of knowledge a person's making statements from. So just as a kind of like a general comment, it'd be good form to make sure that you qualify statements if you're not sure about them. Now, like I said, I feel pretty comfortable about the game. I'm going to make mistakes, a lot of them, but I took my time to learn the game, and I understand that, for example, when fighters climb after the attack, I actually just studied these things. Hey, I don't think we need you to launch any more aircraft. So I studied, for example, if an aircraft is climbing, does it lose any speed? I found out that the answer was no. But, so if you make the comments... But it's just, the game is just unfortunately very different than reality. And we all wish it would be identical, but, then we'd be in war for real, so maybe we don't wish it was real. Anyway, let me try to give the waypoints. Maybe patch 1.07b fixed it. And that's what I mean, by the way, when I say check your ego at the door. That's when I say that, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh my gosh, what is... Okay, now one of the big changes I'm going to make is... This was a fantastic... So speaking of great comments, somebody suggested this and it hadn't occurred to me until now. And now I think it's a great comment. Suggested switching the two Fletchers, the Fletcher and the Radford, out for the Farragut and the Selfridge. Now, in the patch notes, what I saw is the Farragut and Selfridge should actually have changed. Let's see if that's true. Supposedly, they are now given dual-purpose guns. Is that the case? Yes. So now the Farragut actually has dual-purpose guns. She's an even better fit for the Enterprise than she was, last episode. She's been upgraded overnight just because of the patch. So that's it's just a great idea that somebody had. Well, why don't you swap the Farraguts out since they need to be replenished anyway? Okay, we actually have to begin this one. Interesting. Okay, well, let's begin, and let's just immediately go to periscope depth. I'm already at periscope depth. That usually only happens if there's a ship around, so that's troubling. Okay. Let's see what we got. So I turned on my radar. Does it scope up? Okay, we do have one new ship. And it is a destroyer. At a distance of... Come on, just give me... I just need, quickly, any kind of torpedoes. Oh, 5,000 yards, okay. This is significant. Let's get maybe a 2-degree spread. Come towards her. A little... Oh, shoot, yeah. Come towards her a little bit. I need to see my ship. My boat, I should say. She is just in front of us to our left. There she is. We've already classified her as Minakaze, right? Now this is a lot of torpedoes to be wasting on one destroyer. Did we just get... No, we couldn't have been bombed. So I don't know what these dive bombers are there for. Sea state is state 5. So that is no layer, okay, so we don't have any protection. I think that we'll be okay with this one, though. We're moving nice and slow. I'm even going to go... Oh, yeah, 4 knots is probably okay as well. Sea state dive 5 is not extremely easy to hear us in. If they're using actives, we've made our profile very narrow. So that's going to help reduce the return. I think we're actually already set. Let me go ahead and launch, fire a solution. You know, we don't get a chance to sink very much. A Minakaze is probably only worth 4 torpedoes, though. We have a 99% solution. Let's go ahead and just fire. Now, I think that the solutions, originally there was bugged solutions. I don't think that's the case anymore. Then dive down to not below crush depth. That would not be good. And scope down. Fair enough. Let's also maybe turn around. Yeah, we'll come into a hard turn. And as soon as those torpedoes hit or miss, whatever the case may be, that does not look like the correct course for those torpedoes. But let's zoom out a whole bunch and see where the heck are they coming from. Should be coming from somewhere over here. Well, I don't know. Maybe they are. Trust the solution. I didn't do the math, so I don't trust it, but who am I? Who am I to say that it wasn't the right solution? 23 knots. She's... Wait, are we turning? Oh, I see. So we actually have to cancel our course first. I'm just going to go very hard to starboard. And we'll speed this up a little bit. I'm trying to find those torpedoes. Cannot use time compression. Is this them? I see like some kind of glint of... Yeah, that is them. Well, we'll see if they react to the torpedoes. That'll be the big thing. So we're just going to kind of slink away after this is done. Unfortunately, the ASW in this game, I found... Is this my first time doing a submarine in this campaign? Holy cow, I think it is. All I can say is... I hope this Minakaze speeds up. I can't tell if that's going to be a hit or not. Okay, it's looking good. I'd say it's looking good. With a 99% solution, I hope so. We are pretty much a beam of her now, so it's not the right conditions for avoiding sonar. Yeah, I think it is going to look good. She's probably going to end up taking all of them. They have the perfect stagger where this was the leading one, so kind of is bad actually. In order to hit, I would prefer them to be the first torpedo to be the leftmost one. But in this case, it's looking really good, so we're just going to see how many duds we end up having. Or all of them will just miss. That one's going to hit. Got it. Dud. 2 hits. Okay, well that's going to be enough to sink her. Almost. No two ways about it. And I kind of like doing a manual solution for these, but it does take a little bit longer. You can totally do a Dick O'Kane method and line up your shots. And I remember doing Silent Hunter 3, Silent Hunter 4, having to do all that. That's a lot of fun. As it is, let's just... well, I mean, we can just navigate off the map. This is it. We've done everything. Don't really need to wait much time. I'm sure she's going to be going down very quickly. We'll go back up to periscope depth. And otherwise, yeah, we have new navigational orders. Yeah, I mean, by the way, I also wanted to mention about the last episode, besides the common stuff. I find that the dive bomber level bombing from 8,000 feet. Just a little bit cheesy. I'm not sure. Somebody mentioned this. They said the word cheesy. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't say it better myself. That's not what I plan to do for the campaign. I prefer having a more realistic experience. You know, I like to roleplay things. It's very hard for me to roleplay dive bombers dropping bombs from 8,000 feet. They could definitely do that. Maybe like a glide bomb attack would be a little bit more realistic, even though we don't really have glide bomb as an option. They would just treat that, I guess, in this game as level bombing. Nonetheless, Tautog's first success. I'm glad we only launched 4 torpedoes. In fact, that ended up being the perfect amount considering we had 1 dud. So that was perfect. You will continue your patrol, although, honestly, we're getting a lot of attention up here. I wonder if I should maybe bring her back a little bit. So the corner of the patrol is here. I mean, I spent a lot of time doing it, but let me just do this the other way. I don't think we have to do... Okay, let's do this. Okay, something like that. Let them go for a while. You know, the big problem with setting up these long patrol paths is that they're going to be done with their patrol. This has happened to me when I was doing my private playthrough. They're going to be done... Oh, okay, good. They're going to be done with their patrol, and I'm not going to notice for like a couple days. Now, speaking of people who are almost done with their patrol, we are expecting still to find this group of 6 Japanese cruisers. This cruiser group. I don't know where they've gone to, but... Okay. Milna Island can launch. Start getting these out. Yeah, send you this way as far as you can. Renal Island can launch. I'm gonna send you this way because, well, I guess I could send... It's kind of tough. This way. Send you that way. So where are these cruisers? Okay, got them. Wow. Wait. 2, 2, 3. That is not the... They were in combat? Okay, they're invisible, I think, because they disappeared from combat. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and... I just told you I didn't want to level bomb, but at the same time, you notice that world has now been changed to tactical. This is one of the patch note changes. I want to preserve these dauntlesses. I don't want them all to die. So we might do the level bombing one more time. Not that I'm a big fan of it, but it's a tool in the toolkit. Okay, so it's a little bit unusual to me that we started spawned, like, to me this means that maybe the other cruiser group is part of this battle down here somewhere, because we're way up here. We're not centered at all. However, I don't think it matters for us to find that out. Now, my rationale about sinking transports versus sinking cruisers. Several people have made, I think, a compelling case to not sink the transports, to actually actually the transports you want to sink, but not the oilers, because the oilers are going to lend Guadalcanal the supplies it needs to start building up the airfield. But I don't have to destroy the airfield when I land. I can take it over and use it for myself. Essentially, that'll save me some supplies. So unfortunately, I already ruined the oiler, so there's not going to be any fuel coming in, which is one of the things you need to upgrade. But the transports can definitely be carrying troops and supplies, which are just purely a bad thing. The good thing is the fuel and I forget what the other resources that the transports carry, but there's 2 things which are dedicated purely towards building the base. And if the transports are carrying troops or supplies, though, those are only things we have to fight. So strictly bad. Strictly bad for them to have that. This is like perfect for a level bombing attack, I have to say. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna cheese one more time. And if you want my justification, there really isn't one. Not a good one, in my opinion. But the fact that the transports have such ridiculous anti-aircraft is very difficult for me to deal with. I don't think I mind it so much if we think about the perspective that these dive bombers ought to be missing a lot more than they're hitting. So if you look at all these historical battles, each side was sending like 80 aircraft at each other. And they ended up getting like a total of like 5 hits. You know, I mean, the hit ratio was not good, and we're probably batting more around 80%. So if we even say the hit ratio was 20%, we're at least 4 times higher than that. Oh, but look at this. Something is not right with... This must be the group that we had already hit one of the cruisers? I mean, there's clearly a list here. Now, I can't tell if there's damage or not. Anyway, let's switch over, slow down our speed. We are taking flak. Okay, let me do this. We need to pause. What? Are there options? Oh yeah, we need to target something. So what am I going to target then? Well, I think I'm still going to target the cruisers. No, not that. You. Okay, we'll do 4 with the first one. No, maybe we should dump all our... No, okay. I think we'll be fine. I mean, again, we just want to preserve... We want to preserve as much as possible the different dive bombers. So we will do it this way. Who's first? Who's the lead? Yeah, you guys are. Okay, good. And I'm not going to try to slow it down or whatever, although one thing I should do is probably break 3 off into its own group. Have 4 form up. Line ahead. Nav this way. Can I do that quickly? That would be nice. And C5 didn't get the order. Oh god, it's chaos. This is what I get for trying to do it myself. 3 needs a target. Well, we'll have 3 target 3, I guess. No, 4. 1 and... yeah, okay, so you're targeting... You need to also slow down, but maybe split the difference. Alright, we might be able to do this. Form up his line ahead, which I still think is going to be the best bet. And got them both. Drop. Okay, 1 and 2 drop their bombs. Let's get 3 and 4 now. Drop. I like this better. It's not quite as I think it's not quite as bad as micromanaging too much, but I do like this. I do like what we're doing here. I'm gonna have 7 launch on her own. So let's have just 5 and 6. So you also target 3. 5. Ever so slightly move up in speed. Prepare to drop. Drop. And number 7. Drop. Okay, direct hit on number 4. So we are getting hits. We're getting 2-dimensional hits, I can see from here. Alright. Getting hits. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a lot of damage going down. Is this the wounded one? No, the wounded one is still yet to be hit. Wow, fire immediately, just huge. Oh, okay, so 1 aircraft is down, but 3 is getting smashed. Holy cow. Well, I would say that this... I mean, we made the perfect run in terms of... Okay, by the way, as far as, like, the angle of attack, that was all really good. So now get up to speed and get out of here. So just do this. And they're both sinking already, so we can just call this attack to a close. Yeah, I will before we lose anybody else. So 3 and 4, let me just double check that 3 and 4 are in fact the cruisers. They are, but we made that mistake last time. Yeah. Well, that was really good. So what did we even sink here? I did not even identify. Is this a Furataka? We'll do some post death investigation. Furataka is what this appears to be. Yeah. I'm going to become like an expert at identifying Japanese ships purely from this game. And we have not a Furataka. What is this? The Aoba? Huh. Got them both right. Looks like an Aoba. Okay, well, scratch two. Let me just target this one. Can we target it? I guess not. It's sinking, but I don't know if it'll tell me what it was. I wish I could identify it now. Anyway. We'll kind of let him sink and look at this transport. He's very upset about what's going on. See, these have like huge guns. They're firing at over 18,000, or sorry, over 8,000 feet. They're essentially flak guns. I just don't think the Japanese merchant ships had those. But like I said, there's a lot of balance issues, and there's enough working for us and against us at the same time that I feel like, so the fact that the merchant ships are firing this at us, but at the same time we're doing level bombing from 8,000 feet, it's probably still working in our favor, but I'm just going to let the ship sink a little bit on camera. That's been one thing that a lot of people have been asking to see, is a little bit more of the graphics, and I don't blame you. It's really beautiful. But anyway, so we're getting out of here with, okay, 7, buddy. I think that you didn't get the memo. Although it's very unlikely you'll be killed. I'm actually very surprised that even number 2 was lost, considering the altitude we were at. But I'm accepting those casualties. I mean, we've had missions where we did normal dive bombing attacks and only lost 2 people, or only lost like 1 person. So this didn't end up going that much better in the end. The AI now has new collision avoidance algorithms that they follow, so you can see them trying to turn away from this. But I think we're good here. That was not just this most recent patch, but it obviously is still there. So we didn't know their names, but okay, it'll appear in the sunk list. And that reminds me, people have been asking as well to see what kind of ships we've sunk so far. Got 23 command points. That might actually be the number we need. Oh my gosh, we can do it. Shades of the Water Boy. You can do it. I think we have exactly enough. Let me do the math right here on camera, just to make you suffer through it with me. We have 90 plus 2 times 6, so that's 12, so that's 102. And then that leaves us with 19 points, which gives us exactly 1 Atlanta and 1 point to boot. Well, well, well. Excuse me real fast. I just started being overwhelmed with excitement. Apologize about that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We're bringing out the Hornet. Watch out, because she stings. A lot more than the Wasp did, that's for sure. Okay, Hornet. Actually, the Hornet sank like, like right away. Never mind. She probably didn't sting as much as the Wasp did. Okay, so we have the Hornet. We're hoping not to relive her historical fate in this theater, which was to be sunk in a... What battle was it? Was it the Battle of Santa Cruz? I don't remember, but she was sunk in an unfair fight. No, it was more or less a fair fight. I mean, it was like 4 Japanese carriers. But you have to count that Henderson was in the mix too. Aside from her, we're going to get, as I already mentioned, 1 Atlanta. And then that leaves us with 2 destroyers. Now, I don't know what is the best destroyer to do anymore. Because now some of them have dual purpose and... Okay, good. So this one has 8 non-dual purpose. That's fine for the Porter. It's expected. Main class has 4 dual purpose with 12 torpedoes, which is pretty good. And Gridley has 16. Is there any difference? Maybe I can check other attributes. Not that 37 knots really means anything. Okay, the Gridley is slightly slower, but Oh, we already have the Gridley out there. Is the Gridley... Oh, the Gridley's in Task Force 10 then, I think. My cruiser group. The Mayan has 12 torpedoes, which is pretty cool, but the Gridley has 16, so that's also pretty cool. Let's look at the radar, which actually was here. So no differences between these. Let's look at the Bagley as well. Throw that one in the mix. Basically the same. Okay, so let's grab some Bagleys. Wait, didn't I already take back? I did. Actually, my question is, where is the Gridley and the Craven? Okay, Farragut, Selfridge, Fletcher, Radford, Bagley, and Blue. Oh, Gridley and Craven are with the transport. Okay, that's good. I'm happy about that. So Bagley has 8. We'll go ahead and add the Helm to this group. Wait, where'd my group go? Oh, I guess I have to start it over. Huh, bummer. Well, we'll go ahead and add the Helm. And Mugford. Grab the Atlanta. Or the Juno, I guess. I love that. I can't wait for the San Diego to be out here. I don't know why. I just really like that ship. Everyone has their little personal favorites. And let's get the Hornet. Okay, so this is a group for 120 points. We have 121 available. We want to mix up this formation, I guess, a little bit. Swap. I think I wanted it like this, right? Have the Hornet third. I believe that's what I want. Okay, and no, we don't want that spacing. We'll take this spacing. Line ahead. Done. We're committed now. Okay, so I think this is going to be like the key to success. Is just keep these carrier operations going as long as possible. Which also means I really would like to now... There we go. Click on that. Task Force 24. Set a course to trouble right away. And that's going to be the biggest undertaking for this video, I'm sure. Just getting a new carrier fleet. And that's it. We're actually tapped out on carriers now too. There's nothing more we can do. You can RTV. So let's see if this Wildcat makes the turn or not. Didn't realize that you were so far ahead. Okay. Going. Are you making any speed? It just doesn't seem like you're moving at all. Yeah. I just don't know. So, why are there still 2 heavy cruisers appearing on that? Oh, they did make the turn. Okay, fantastic. So the waypoints are working again. Rennell Island, this is like perfect because I want you to send somebody to investigate what the heck is going on over here. Also, we do have our 3 Avengers back. We could do again I guess we'll do high altitude bombing with the Avengers. This is what would be glide bombing. It would happen to be very, very effective. In fact, there were some engagements in this theater where the Avengers were not doing that great with the torpedo bombing runs, but they were actually recommended to switch to glide bombing. Now all of our B-17s are back, and just somebody was asking, whoops. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess I do. We'll send them out this way. 580. So that worked out pretty well last time. You are able to get a little bit beyond 580 because they only measure for if you're out of endurance every so often. So if you have like 1 nautical mile left after a tick, you can go for the full amount of time until the next tick, which may be even like 25 nautical miles. In any case, we'll move them. I think it was a good idea just to move them in that arc. So we'll do that again. But I haven't messed with my supply at all on New Hebrides. And you can see the supplies is at a nice even number. So it actually doesn't take any supply to build up those aircraft again. And I guess there's just no way around it. That's a bit of a... you end up running into situations I've heard where end of game, the Japanese or the Americans... Okay, here we go again. Oh, we have to begin. There is a complaint about aircraft spam, essentially. Okay, Okay, we're starting at periscope depth here. Slow this down to 4. Get our radar going. Periscope up. Let's see what you got for me. Okay. Another destroyer. Well, the Tautog is... That's not just one. Oh, but wait a second. Nope, nothing but destroyers. Okay, well, they are going to be definitely in our rear. So we're not going to try to turn around before this happens. Let's target the first one. Get a good solution. We're going to turn a little bit away from them. Yeah, our goal here is just survival, first and foremost. Did I send my scope up? Up scope. Periscope depth. Okay, I want to turn as well. Am I crazy? Okay, there's my periscope. It is up. Well, if I can't see it from like 100 feet away, I doubt very much the destroyers are going to see it. Equipped with binoculars or not. Okay, we got the first one. She's Nakazuki. That's already a good target. Let's go ahead and classify all of them. I'm going to let, my skilled captain go ahead and identify all these. Don't make the admiral do it. Distance 5,000 yards, but they are closing. And good, we can do that as well. So we'll definitely go very slow here because we're actually moving away, which I don't really want. Should I go with even just 2? I think I might just fire the full spread of the Akazuki and be done with it. Okay, torpedoes. Activate our rears only. Wow, you can only fire 4. I wonder if I should go with a 3-degree spread. Seems like a little bit safer at this distance. I think I will do a 3-degree spread. Our solution is 99, so now it's just waiting a little bit longer. Speed of 22. This is probably about right. But what I'm hoping for, it's right about it, is just a perfect rear launch, and I think it's the exact time to do it. So if these torpedoes go exactly out the back and just almost have no turn, then we did the perfect Dick O'Kane method, which has the highest rate of success. Well, unless you're using a torpedo which can impact a ship at 90 degrees. But it does look like we basically nailed it. So they're not breaking left or breaking right. Okay, they broke right a little bit. That's more than a little bit. So I waited a little bit too long. That's a very acceptable angle, but yeah. Now I'm going to put down scope. Let's crank up to 5 knots. And let's drop down to 300 feet. Basically get out of the way. Now, I guess 4 knots is going to be fine. I don't want to alert them to my presence. Then, of course, we're definitely not going to hit. So just get down. Let's see, what's the sea state like? 5. There is a depth here. So we will be below the depth, which is perfect. I mean, there's a layer here. So we will be below the layer. And that's fantastic. Very good news. I can see the torpedoes over here. We cannot speed up time. I think when torpedoes are in the water, you can't. Yeah, we don't know where they are on our mini-map, which is nice. I kind of wish it was like that more often. They give you, just like in cold waters, they give you a little bit too much information sometimes. So I'm not expecting to hit with all 4, for sure, because we increased the angle. And this should be... I guess it's going to be about the same range. So I'm glad we did increase the angle. Things are looking good, though. Wow, so the Hornet is on. She's out. Just thinking how this is really important. I feel like because we're having such success with our air, it's just so important to have that Hornet out there. It's going to effectively double our offensive capabilities. Probably going to miss with the first one, but I expect the other 3 might hit, at least the last 2, hopefully. Oh my gosh, we might even just get all hits. Yikes. Here we go. Okay, well that is definitely a dead duck. Go up to 5 knots. Try to get out of here as quickly as possible. Now, they would have seen the water plumes on the right side, the starboard side, so they would know which half of the ship we fired from. It would not be a bad... Oh, so they actually... This is cool. They broke off in both directions. If I had wanted to, I probably could have spun around and attempted to fire front torpedoes. I don't know if they have a minimum arming range in this game or not. I'm much happier with our decision so far. We'll go down to 3 knots as well. Just kind of... So you can see they're going very slow because they're trying to use their sonar. And you have to be going pretty slow in order to hear. Scary to us. I'm sure they're headed on over. But we're going pretty quiet. 3 knots. 300 feet down, below the layer. Good distance off. They do seem to be making a beeline for me, which is terrifying. Also makes me wonder what's going on. But maybe they just happen to be guessing correctly. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all, does it? Huh. It really doesn't look good. Okay. Let's figure out what's going on here. So they are like completely onto my scent. Although we have given them almost no return profile below a layer, which is a really strong layer. Wait, 0.85. Dock strength is 2.8, so I don't remember how to read this. Layer strength, I thought that would be a number between 0 and 1, but now it must not be. And the dock strength should carry... I just don't understand. Well, okay. I'm not a submariner. I don't know all the dark arts of doing this, but... Oh, okay, so they did turn. So they apparently do not know exactly where we are. Did scare the crap out of me. And that's cool. That is awesome, right? Alright, well, I'm not going to make us sit around and wait forever, now that we managed to avoid the wrath of this destroyer. But boy, that was a tough one. That was real close. Things could have gone much worse. I'm going to play fair. Let's see if she straightens out or keeps making a circle. Okay. So she still does not have eyes on us. I'll go ahead and leave. Good. 5 more command points. And this is going to be a place where we can call this video to a close. Well, I don't feel like a whole lot happened in this video, but I'm still excited about having the Hornet on our side. Yeah, we're really not that much closer. Task Force 7, yeah, we're really not that much closer to... Can you just make... Let's see if, if our orders are retained. To getting one of the islands, though, I feel like things are going pretty slow. Oh well, at least we also have Task Force 10. Task Force 10 at this point is more than well enough equipped to deal with this group. Now, where's the Japanese cruiser group? That's another question. And hopefully we'll discover that in the next episode. But for now, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.